Welcome to our tour of the Marella Explorer 2. This ship entered service with the TUI fleet in April 2019. In this video tour, we'll show you all the public areas of the ship, including the 9 restaurants and 10 bars, as well as an inside cabin. Explorer 2 is an adults-only ship and the slightly smaller sister to the Explorer. It has approximately 900 cabins and can carry around 1,800 passengers. This video was shot on the ship's 3rd week in service, and as such, please note that some of the information contained in it may change over time. Explorer 2, you'll be given one of these cards on embarkation. Keep this with you at all times. It's what you will need to leave the ship and then get back on again. It's scanned by the security team. You'll also need this card to show the waiter when you order drinks as well. They'll scan the barcode on the back there. So here are a few bits and pieces that you'll find in your cabin when you arrive. So the first thing is a magazine which is all about life on board. There's lots of information on here, and on the back page you'll find the room service menu. So you can order room service if you want to eat in your cabin. There's lots of other information in there that you can read. You'll also find an excursion guide. So inside here are all the trips that you can book on this particular cruise, with the prices, how much walking is involved. It gives you a little description and how much it is. You can either book these at the destination services desk, or you can book them on the app, which we found really quick and easy to do. Also here you can order continental breakfast, so a little bit like room service. You can order your breakfast in your cabin. There's a charge for that of $4.95. You can also get laundry service, so if you want a shirt washing and pressing, it'll be $2.40 for a wash and $1.70 for a press. So there's a price list there. This is usually hanging up inside your wardrobe. Okay, so these are the cruise news. So each day you'll get one of these left in your cabin. When you come back to your cabin in the evening, there'll be one waiting on your bed, no doubt. And you'll get one for each port of call each day, and it will tell you exactly what's going on for that day, what time all the restaurants are open, so you can see the opening times here. It'll also tell you what the dress code is for the day, whether it's dress to impress. It gives you some facts and figures about the ship. There's also an area here about special messages. If you've got an anniversary or a birthday or a special occasion, you can put something in there. But this section here is the timetable and the schedule of what's going on, all the activities, where they are, what time they take place. So this is really handy. This is perforated, this piece, so you can rip this off and just put it in your bag, and it saves you carrying around everything. But if you prefer to see the cruise news digitally, it's also available on the app as well, so you can see that on your phone. So around the ship you'll see these interactive screens. If you just touch them, they're usually outside the lifts. You will see at the top a map of the ship, which helps you get around, find your way about. And then later down here you've got a few options. You can have a look at the cruise news, timetable, and it will tell you what's on that day. Then at the bottom, if you just press the home key, it will take you back to the main menu, but if you just go back, it'll go back one step. So today we're in Naples, so if you click on the port, it'll tell you all about the excursions and what the weather's like, and there's loads of information available on here. So I'll just go back to home for a second. You can also download an app for your phone, which is really handy. It looks very similar to this. It'll also tell you what entertainment's on tonight, so what's on in the Broadway show lounge, what time all the bars open. So that's really handy if you're just struggling to know what's on or where to go. Just touch one of these screens, or in fact download the app, and I found those really useful. So just 3 days left of our cruise. So today, as I said, we're in Naples. Tomorrow Olbia, and then back to Parma, and sadly going home. But anyway, the screens are well worth looking out for. One thing that might help you navigate the ship is the three stairways are different colours. So the one at the back is green, the one midship is red, and the one at the front is blue. And how you know which one you're on is simply look down at the carpet. So we're in the midship at the moment because the carpet is red. And so the carpet will be the corresponding colour depending on which stairway you're in. So this is deck 14 where we have the mini golf. So it's right on the top deck. And there you can see the pool deck with the large TV. So there's no charge for the mini golf. You can just come up here anytime and have a go. So I'm just behind the big TV now, on the opposite end of the pool deck. So you can see the mini golf just up there where the funnel is. And this deck that I'm on is deck 14 and it's where the running track is. So 14 laps of the running track equals a mile. If you fancy burning off some of the food that you've eaten. And just round this corner you might notice a pink cow. There's two of these on board, there's a yellow one somewhere else. And each Marella ship has a different animal. So the Explorer 2 has cows, the Discovery has alpacas, and I can't remember what some of the others are. So there's also some sunbeds over here at the back. Very quiet up here. So again, if you prefer somewhere quieter to sunbathe, this might be a good option for you. See, there's very few people up here. Loads of empty sunbeds. So let's take a look off the front of the ship. Oh, it's lovely and quiet up here. And I guess this would be a really good view as well when you're sailing. A nice day at sea. So this is right at the front. So just up from the pool deck we have the cabanas. Now these are little tented sunbathing areas, private areas. So we'll just take a look at one of those. These are especially for couples. I think there's about 6 of these. There is an extra charge, so you've got a nice view. Maybe not today, but normally if you're at sea, you can have a nice view here. And there's waiters service. So here you go, you can see there's 2 sunbeds in there, double sunbed, and you've got your nice canopy to keep you shaded from the sun, or you can put that down, whichever you prefer. And there's a button that you can press to get waiter service drinks, but you do need to go to reception and get the keys for one of these if you want to use them. I think there is an extra charge, but I'm not sure what that is. So just moving away from the cabanas onto the veranda. This is a quiet sunbathing area. If you prefer somewhere away from the hustle and bustle of the pool and the quizzes and the music and all that's going on there, you can come round here, and it's very quiet and secluded and very relaxing. So this is the veranda. If you're a smoker, this is one of the designated smoking areas. They seem to be quite strict on this ship about smoking and vaping. You're not allowed to vape or smoke in your cabins, even if you have a balcony. And even in some of the outdoor pool decks, you're not allowed to smoke or vape. They want you to come to the designated areas, which I think, you know, there are 2 or 3 around the ship, but it's still quite an issue sometimes. They don't allow you to vape in the casino either. So on deck 12, right at the front of the ship, is the Indigo and Casino. So on the left hand side you see the slot machines. They're all digital, there's no old style slot machines like the one-arm bandits that you find at Blackpool. These are all LCD screen. And then you've got the tables here on the left. So you've got 2 poker tables, a blackjack table and a roulette wheel right at the back. So this is one of the entertainment lounges. So there's a dance floor there where they're just teaching line dancing at the moment. They also hold the white party in here. That was last night. That was come along and wear anything white. Nothing more complicated than that, really. So it gets quite busy in here in the evenings. Sometimes they have crazy competitions and things. So last night they were giving out Marella dollars every time you answered a question correctly, or were the best dancer at something. It was all in good fun. So here's the bar. This is where they also have the silent disco. That's brilliant. Really good fun. You get a set of headphones and you just dance to one of the channels that's on. That's really funny, watching people dancing with no music on. So that's the Indigo Club and Bar with the casino right at the front of the ship on deck 12. In fact, there are the windows at the front of the ship. So we're just in the Indigo Bar at the moment, and this is the silent disco. So as you can see, everybody is wearing headphones. There's 2 different channels, so you can be dancing to 2 different types of music. One is pre-90s and the other channel is post-90s. And these are the headphones that you get. So the green channel and the red channel. So everybody's just dancing to whatever they can hear, and for everyone else that's just hearing them sing, it's just weird to see people dancing to no music. But they're enjoying themselves, they don't care. But yeah, it's quite funny. Just on deck 12 you can see the pool deck through the windows. In this little area where the lifts are, there's a table tennis table. And I did notice in the cruise news one day that they had a tournament on. All the equipment is usually in this box down here, so you can just come and help yourself have a game of table tennis. So here's a nice shot of the pool deck. You can see all the sun loungers. There's loads of them, so you shouldn't have a problem getting a sun lounger on, particularly sea days that tend to be busy. So down there in the glass area, that's the Beach Cove seating area. And then there's a bar at the back left, just under the canopy. You've got 4 hot tubs and 2 pools. So there's the TV that we have movies on at night under the stars. Again, you can see the hot tubs there, and on the far side there's a stage where they have band on, sometimes quizzes, instrumentalists, things like that. There's a snack shack, that's easy for me to say, in the far left hand corner in pink, where you can get sort of fast food, but we'll take a look at those separately. So we're on the pool deck and we're making our way over to the snack shack. So you can see the seating area here on the left, the little canopies, colourful. So we'll just make our way over to the corner here. There's plenty of places to eat on board, lots of them on the pool deck here. And we'll just have a quick look in here. You can't miss it, it's all pink. So this is takeaway food basically. It's like burgers, chips, fried chicken, hot dogs. So a quick look at the menu. And it's here all the time. You can just come and ask for whatever you want. But over on this side around here, there is a big fridge. And here you can come and help yourself to salads, sandwiches. These are all pre-packed, you can just come and grab them. So at the moment we've got avocado and salmon, egg and cress, turkey and sweet corn, vegetarian, curried chicken, Caesar salad, and we've also got fruit salad at the bottom. This is a tea and coffee station just behind the stage. So here's the back of the stage. And here you can help yourself to teas and coffees. And then just further round, there is the Beach Cove restaurant, which is a grill and barbecue. So we'll just take a look in there. So first of all, we've got some fruit. We've also got a few cakes and biscuits there as well. A selection of salad. And we've got dressings. Here's the menu. So we've got grilled tofu, pita breads, brioche buns, roast turkey, pulled pork, French fries, a selection of sauces, pickled cabbage, onion, chilli and relishes, and then a water station. And if it is particularly a cold day, you can sit in here. This is like a little enclosed glass area. It does get really hot in there though, because there's no AC in there, so on a really hot sunny day it's boiling in there. It's like being in a greenhouse. But if it's a windy cool day, it's nice to sit in there. Still on the pool deck, here on one side we have scoops, and this is delicious ice cream. So there's lots of different flavours: chocolate, Bellini, mint chocolate chip, strawberry, lemon, vanilla, rum and raisin, strawberry cheesecake, vanilla and chocolate, and mango. And each day these do change a little bit. So this nice lady here, she can do cones, tubs, or she can also do sundaes. It's £1 for one scoop, £2 for 2 scoops, or if you want the sundaes, there's different prices there, but the ice cream is absolutely delicious. So I do recommend that. So on the pool deck, back in the rear corner, there is Nonna's, and this is a pizzeria. So let's have a quick look at the menu. They also do pasta as well, and you can just create your own from the ingredients listed. So let's have a quick look in here. It's usually nice and quiet in here, never very busy. So some nice seating, quite relaxed atmosphere. Let's go and have a look at the pizza. So at the moment we've got margarita, pepperoni and Parisian meatball. Like I said, you can create your own with the ingredients of your choice, which are all in here. Just in from the pool deck is Marketplace, which is the buffet restaurant. It's serving lunch at the moment, so we'll go and take a look at what there is. So here is the menu. There's a selection of salads, soups, main courses, fish, beef and Guinness pie, steamed vegetables, chicken, pizza, paninis, sandwiches and desserts. So quite a lot to go at. So first thing we come to here on the left is the sandwich and panini bar. There's a selection of sandwiches and paninis in there. They'll make you your own if you want. Just have to ask the chef. There's plenty of seating in this restaurant, so you don't have to worry about finding somewhere to sit. So just on the left here is one of the brewing up stations, so you can help yourself to tea and coffee. During the lunch time there is also wine, house wine available, and also soft drinks. At the moment there's just water on there, but you can also help yourself to a beer here on the pump as well. Right, so let's go and have a look at the food options. We'll start from this end. There's two sides, so it doesn't matter which side you come in, it's both the same side. So right at the end here you'll find all the desserts. And some fruit on the end, if you prefer. And because it's Easter, we've got Easter eggs at the top as well. But I think they're just decoration. Anyway, right. So, desserts, check. Next, you've got steamed vegetables, grilled chicken, and that's the beef pie. Here you've got steamed rice and butternut squash and asparagus roast pie. Then you get to the salad bar, so you've got potato salad, coleslaw, Greek salad, sardines and tomato sauce, and then all your dressings. There's your salad bar. These are mango, peach and banana shooters. Then your selection of bread. This is your soup. Today it's pea and broad bean. Then selection of cold meats. And some cheeses. And then we get back to the rice. And the chicken. Oh, here we've got some grilled pork chops, some poached cod, potato skins. Oh, and then we're back to desserts again. So that's the selection in the marketplace for lunchtime menu. So towards the back of the marketplace, heading out the other side where I came in, we've got the selection of pizzas. You've also got nonnas that will make custard pizzas as well. So these are just the standard pizzas. Come and help yourself. So here on the pool deck, we're just going into the health spa. It's quite a large health spa, right at the front. So the first area here is the hairdressers, I think. Yep. And you can also come in here, ladies, and have your nails done or your makeup done. Some nail bars. Let's go a bit further in and have a look. Go and have a look at the gym. Oh, this is the thermal suite here. I've heard quite a few people raving about this. I don't actually know what it's all about. They do some seminars every so often. This one's about metabolisms. So let's have a look at the equipment. So this is the weights area. All spanking new equipment. Then you've got all your cardio equipment here. Cycling machines, running machines, cross trainers. So if you want to come into the gym, there's plenty of nice spanking new equipment for you to try. And then there's some free weights here in the corner. Okay, let's go a bit further in. I'll try and find a price list if I can. Hello. Hi. And these are the massage rooms. See the beds in there. Oh, here's a price list. Okay, and we're going back out the other side now. This is the 19th hole. It's a bar and lounge area, which is golf themed. And in here you will also find the golf simulator. So as you can see, there's a nice little golf buggy there, seating area. It's quite quiet in here at the moment because the bar isn't open. So there's a seating area, and these are the simulators. There's 2 on board. I'll show you those separately when they are working. Here's the second one. So this is on deck 7 towards the front of the ship, but it's just before you get to the Broadway show lounge. So this is the 19th hole, and it has its own menu of cocktails as well. The golf simulators are open between 4 PM and 11 PM. You can play crazy golf or play on championship courses from around the world, or practice your driving or putting. There are golf instructors on hand who can help you improve your game and technique. Costs vary from £10 to £25 per person for an hour, and you will pay less during off-peak times when in port and more at peak times during the evenings and sea days. A couple of times a week there are fun sessions for you to go along and have a go. So right in the centre of the ship you come to the shopping area. This is on 2 floors, so there's quite an extensive range of shops on board. So this is the shop where you can get sort of gifts, chocolate, and also things like toothbrushes, shampoo, stuff that you might have forgotten to pack or you just run out of. And then further along you've got more of your designer stuff. Let's move over here, which is where the fragrances are. The shops are only usually open when we're sailing, because when we're in port you'd have to pay tax on the goods, so to keep things tax free the shops are only open during the time when we're sailing. So if we just look down here, this is the Atrium. There are some more shops on the next level down. That's the big TV wall. So we're still on deck 7. We've just come from the shopping area and now we're moving into the coffee port, which is a massive coffee lounge. It's the biggest I've seen on board any of the TUI ships. And in here you can come and get any kind of coffee you like, and they also do a selection of cakes and really nice sweet goodies. So it's usually quite quiet in here. There's also a selection of board games as well, so if you wanted to come in and just have a quiet few moments playing games or maybe reading a book, this is the ideal place to come. So let's just have a look at some of the goodies on offer. Wow, all sorts of chocolate goodies in there. It must be Easter. And then you've got cookies and more goodies in there. Wow. So let's just take a look at the menu. So we've got all sorts of coffee related items here, and then we've got cakes, cookies, truffles, soft drinks, juices, but these are all chargeable, by the way. These are not in the all-inclusive, so any of these coffees and goodies from the coffee port are extra and will be charged to your card. Oh, and remember me saying about the cows? There's the yellow one. And these 2 benches here, by the way, at 3 o'clock every afternoon there's a craft session that takes part here. So if you fancy making something, coming along, having a bit of a laugh and a natter, you can join the crafting group. I think it's 3 o'clock every afternoon. So that is the coffee port. Just at the back of the coffee port are some seating booths, And in these there are some 13 amp plug sockets, which also have built-in USB sockets as well. So if you need to use your laptop or recharge your phone or your Kindle, this is a great place to come because it's pretty quiet, and you can also recharge your electronic devices. On one side of the coffee port you'll find the photo gallery. It's all gone digital now, no more printing out lots of photographs. We're trying to save the environment. So you simply log into your account just using the number on the back of your card, and it's really easy, and you can find all the pictures that have been taken of you. It's really clever how they do this. They must use facial recognition of some kind, because they don't even ask you your cabin number or anything when they're going around taking your pictures. So it is really clever, and it's quite easy to use, and you can see everything on there. And if you like one of the pictures, you can just go and see someone at the desk and they'll print it off for you, and it saves a lot of unnecessary printing. So that's a really good idea. So there's the desk, you can just see someone and they'll get that printed off for you, no problem. Here are the prices for Wi-Fi whilst on board Explorer 2. There are a number of packages available depending on the length of time you wish to purchase. There's a maximum allowance which caps your usage, and the connection speed is not super fast, so you may struggle to stream live video. Most ports, however, do provide free Wi-Fi in the terminal building, so we suggest that you try this option when in port. So if you keep walking through the coffee port towards the back of the ship, you'll come to the Squid and Anchor, and this is the Onboard pub, and also the second venue for evening entertainment, game shows, that kind of thing. So check out that. So as I said, yeah, they have entertainment on in here. There's a bar, and there's also a gym bar in the corner, which I'll show you in a minute. So plenty of seating up here, but what I would say is it does get really busy after the show, and there are not enough seats for everybody, so you do need to get here early. Quite a large area up here. Let's have a look what they've got on draft. Do we get people asking me, what beers have they got? What beers have they got? Right, okay, let's have a look. We've got 1664, Heineken, we've got an IPA, we've got Strongbow, apple cider, John Smith's and Foster's on draft. And then on the back, you've got San Miguel, Red Stripe, you've got a local Italian beer. So got a good selection. And then, of course, you've got all your spirits. So let's just go down this side. So the screen there is where they have some of the quizzes on and the entertainment at night. If you fancy that kind of thing, you can join in and have a laugh. And then just across on the far side of the room over there is the gin and whiskey bar. So let's go and have a look at that. So these drinks at this bar are a supplement unless you're on the premium package. So let's have a look what they've got. Hello.
Hello. Right.
Yes, thank you. Oops, not too far, lost you. Okay, so we have Hendrix, Northern, Masons, Whitley, Rhubarb and Ginger. We've got Spice, Gin, we've got Elderflower, we've got the Seville Orange, Portobello Road, London Dry Gin, Plymouth Dry Gin, Glenfiddich. Now we're on the whiskies. Glenmorangie. I can't pronounce most of these, but anyway, you can see them there for yourself. A great selection there of gins and whiskies if that's your tipple. Here is the bar menu from the Squid and Anchor. The Explorer 2 is an all-inclusive ship which includes a good selection of drinks. However, anything with a star next to it is a premium drink and requires a supplement of the amount shown on the menu. Alternatively, you can pay £50 per person on the first day of your cruise for a premium drinks package. See the bar staff who can arrange this for you. This will then give you access to all the drinks, including gin and whiskies, champagnes, proseccos and bellinis in flutes. Just a note on this though, the premium drinks package has to be purchased by all members of a cabin, so it's all of you or none of you. And another thing to note is that the standard all-inclusive drinks are available from 10 AM to 2 AM, and outside of these times you'll be charged full price for drinks. This is the Broadway show lounge on the Explorer 2. It's the main arena or event space for the shows that they put on, the stage shows. There's usually 2 a night. So you've got these nicely raked seats on the balconies on both sides, plus all the seats down on the bottom level. The stage is a really good size as well. The shows are really professional and well put together, well worth watching. There's usually 2 a night, as I said, usually about 8:30 and 10:30, something like that, and then one day during the week there'll be a guest act, usually a comedian, and they'll do 2 shows as well. So you've got your little tables, which are really handy for putting your drinks on. But it does get really busy in here. The doors have just opened and you can see that it's busy already. So if you want a decent seat to see the shows, you do need to get in here. They open the doors 30 minutes before the show starts. So this is the Broadway show lounge. Carry on into the shopping area. So next to the watches and jewellery, you've got selections of handbags, designer goods, some clothes, and this one. We've got quite a few designer names as well, so I think right on the end here there's Lacoste, Barber, and then round the other side I think you've got some more jewellery. During the evenings there's special promotions on here. So this is Swarovski. Lots of special offers on. Some more watches. So those are the shops on board. There's also all the electronics stuff in this section. So this is Flutes. This is a champagne and prosecco bar. And if you're sat in this area here, there are some buttons to press if you want waiter service to bring you more champagne. You can see they're all there on the wall. And we're just in the atrium area as well, which is quite nice, over 3 floors. A big TV wall there at the back, and this is the options. So we're in the atrium now on deck 6, and so there's a bar here. This is the Bubbles bar, flutes, and there's pianist on in the evening. So if you fancy something quite relaxing, not too crazy, this is a nice place to come in the evening. Some more shops here. These are the jewellery shops and watches. They have special offers on during the week, depending on what you're interested in. Come along, see if you can grab yourself a bargain. So this is deck 6, just towards the rear of the ship, and that's the aperitif bar. And as I turn round on this side, we've got one of the specialist restaurants, which is Surf and Turf Steakhouse. So we'll just go and take a look here. This is one of the restaurants that you do have to pay an extra cover charge. So we've got a choice of salmon, prawns, lobster tail, chicken, beef, lamb, and then of course all your different steaks. It's a smallish restaurant, so you do have to book in advance for this. So not many seats, quite an exclusive dining experience. But if you like your steaks, this is the place to come. So just across the other side from Surf and Turf Steakhouse, you'll find another specialist restaurant, which is Marella, and this is an Asian restaurant. So here's the menu for today, a selection of curries and also sushi. There's an extra cover charge for this restaurant too, and you do have to book in advance. Again, not too many tables, quite small and selective. So that's Marella. So deck 6 at the rear of the ship is the main dining room, and it's latitude 53. There's 2 levels. This is the upstairs level. So I'll go and take a quick look. So lots of windows all around so you can enjoy the view. Usually as we're setting sail at night, the dining room starts to get quite busy. It's open from 6 o'clock, but you can just dine whenever you want. There's no set sitting. So this is the upper layer. And then down below you can see the downstairs. Some lovely big windows at the back. Gives you a really great view as you're sailing away from port. You'll notice there's orange napkins on some of the tables. Those are actually Vista dining tables, so there's actually 2 restaurants on the bottom level. Vista is an Italian themed dining, so you can choose either latitude 53, which is sort of standard food, a good selection, fish, meat, beef, chicken, etc. Or if you prefer an Italian option, you can come and dine on the other tables with the orange napkins, and that's Vista. So it's entirely up to you, and those are both included. There's no extra charge. So in the atrium, let's go down another level to deck 5, which is the bottom of the 3 levels. So that's destination services there, just on the right. And then in this far corner over here, you've got the bike tours, just there. And then if you want to book your next holiday while you're on board, this is the place to come, the cruise store, where you can look at your next holiday or adventure. Right, so just panning round, we've got the reception desk over there. So if you have any problems, this is the place to come. And just on the far side, we have the dining club. And this is a French brasserie. It's Parisian, I'm having problems getting my words out. Parisian dining experience. There's an extra charge for it. I think it's $34.95. It's one of the most expensive restaurants on board. But here is the menu. I hope you can read that. So we've got Chateaubriand for 2. Angus beef, lamb, confit duck, lobster medallions. So some nice things on there: scallops, truffles, camembert. So if you fancy a nice exclusive dining experience, this is one of the specialty restaurants. It's closed at the moment, so I can't take you in there. So that's off the atrium on deck 5. So this is a standard inside cabin. This is on deck 10, but all the inside cabins are virtually the same regardless of what deck you're on. So this is set up as a double bed, but if you want the bed split to 2 singles, they can push the beds to the side of the walls and then move the bedside tables into the middle. So if you want that configuration, you just need to ask. So we'll quickly just walk you through all the things that are in the cabin. You'll notice a phone on this side. That's to call other cabins. And also quite handy on the bedside lamps is a USB socket here, which is really great for charging your phone up at night. You can just pop that on your bedside table and it will charge while you're sleeping. Here's the TV. There's a few channels on there, and you can also watch the bridge cam, which is quite handy when you've got an inside cabin and you don't know what the weather's like outside. So just underneath the TV down here is a fridge, which is now locked because I can't open it, but that was filled with drinks, like a small mini bar. If you wanted to take any of those, there would be a charge. Over here you've got your wardrobes, loads of wardrobe space. This is a 2-berth cabin, and there's just loads of shelf space, and you've got some drawers down there at the bottom. And then you've also got 2 large hanging spaces as well. So if there's only 2 of you, you've literally got 1 each. So loads of wardrobe space. Okay, if we just go back round here, on the desk you've got some tea and coffee making facilities. Got yourself a little kettle there with tea bags and coffee and stuff, so that's quite nice if you want to just make yourself a drink. So just behind this mirror, which is a big mirror on the desk, you'll find the safety deposit box, and that's free to use. You just put your own number in there, and some more shelves all nicely concealed behind the mirror. Looking at the electrical sockets, you've got 2 on here. One is the American flat pin socket, and the other one is the European round pin socket. So if you bring your adapters, that's what you'll need there. And just in this drawer here, we've got the hairdryer, which I found to be ample. I've got quite long hair and that was great for me, no problem at all. And now we'll move into the bathroom. So normal stuff, vacuum toilet, press the button, sucks. Nothing complicated about that. You get provided with 2 face cloths and some soap, but you don't get provided with any shampoo or conditioner. The only thing you do get in the bathroom is some body wash on the wall, so you will need to bring your own shampoos with you. The shower is really good, plenty of water, plenty of power, the temperature is great, and they've just been going through a refurb by putting all the glass shower screens in replacement of the shower curtains that tend to stick to your leg when you're trying to have a shower. Just at the top here you'll notice the usual pull out washing line, so you can pull that out and it connects to the other side in the socket just there. So that's really handy for hanging up wet swimming costumes and things like that, just to drip dry. So that's the bathroom. There's just a couple of little cupboards underneath here for storing all your toiletries. There's a waste paper bin in there. So nothing too much more to say about the bathroom. It was adequate. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's your standard inside cabin. And there's a little rabbit on the bed, which was one of the towel animals that one of our cabin stewards made us. One of the questions I've been asked on the Facebook group was, what is the width of a standard cabin door? So I've just measured it, and it is exactly 60 centimetres, or 23.5 inches. Now the reason why that's important is if you've got a wheelchair, like these people down here, you can see that a wheelchair does not actually fit through a standard cabin door. There are only 8 disabled cabins on the Explorer 2, and if they're booked up then you're sort of stuck with a standard cabin. The floor is actually level, so you can sort of wheel in, but if your wheelchair is not going to fit through that gap, you are going to have to leave it outside, like the passengers down the hall. And also when you come in to the bathroom, there is a step here and also another step into the shower. So if you are disabled and you don't manage to book a disabled cabin, I can see there being some issues there with those steps, but there you go, only eight cabins, that's not very many. Well, that's it from the Marella Explorer 2. We hope you've enjoyed our tour of the ship. If you are planning to stay on the Explorer 2, we hope you have a fantastic holiday and that this video has provided you with some useful information. Thanks for watching and see you again.